Start your wellness journey at Whole Foods Market, where it's Jumpstart January through the 16th. Stock up on supplements with some of the year's biggest savings. Plus, save on air-chilled organic boneless skinless chicken breasts, organic Honeycrisp apples, organic large Hass avocados, and more. And since Whole Foods Market is the only certified organic national grocer, it's easy to make them your wellness destination. Jumpstart your January now at Whole Foods Market.
Hey everyone, Andy Cohen here. Listen, I know a thing or two about New Year's, like how you're probably just about to bail on your resolutions. And I get it. My resolution to sleep better was keeping me up at night. But not anymore, because with a Walmart Plus membership, you can save your resolutions by saving time and money. With free shipping, gas savings, video streaming, plus so much more. So don't give up. Whatever your resolution, save it with a Walmart Plus membership. Join now to get $50 Walmart cash. Terms apply. Visit walmartplus.com for more information.
Episode 118, Tips for Creating a Capsule Wardrobe You'll Love for Years.
Welcome to the Frugal Friends podcast, where you'll learn to save money, embrace simplicity, and live a richer life. Here are your hosts, Jen and Jill.
Welcome to the Frugal Friends podcast. My name is Jen.
My name's Jill.
And today we are talking about having less clothes, fewer clothes, not on your person, but in your closet.
I mean, but either way.
Depending
on the climate.
I guess. It's really hot in Florida, so a lot of the clothes here are smaller. I don't know if that's a good thing.
How to do this thing of less clothing in your closet. Less clothing choices, capsule wardrobe. It's a big topic. Everybody's got their take on it. Here you go. We're going to throw ours in the mix.
Exactly. We both have had capsule wardrobes in different forms for the past several years. And so we're going to talk about that and how to make it work for you. But first, our sponsors. Today's episode is brought to you by the Frugal Friends Workbook. We are so excited to share this with you in just 2 short weeks. We should probably finish it. We've always worked to promote healthy conversations about money, and those don't have to start with telling people how much debt you have or what's in your 401k or what it's invested in. The Frugal Friends Workbook helps you start to have healthy money conversations with challenges and questions designed to help you open up about money, but also change some habits. So it's that launching pad. And it launches August 7th. So if you want that buy now button in your inbox on launch day, go to frugalfriendspodcast.com/workbook and you can get on the wait list.
This is real stuff now because this is like accountability that we've got to get it out.
Yes.
Got to finish it. Also brought to you by Less is More. When it comes to garlic knots, pasta, and donuts, this couldn't be further from the truth. But our sponsor wants us to know that sometimes having less of something provides space for more of something else. Kind of like less complaining leads to more joy. You're welcome, parents. Make sure your kids listen to that. Less is more. Only true for some things in life.
Yeah. Garlic knots. More is always more.
It's funny. I started to write something that I thought most people would want to say, like, less is more, except for with chocolate. And I'm like, but that's not exactly, like, I eat one piece of chocolate. I'm happy. I'm like salty, buttery, garlicky, carby. Bring it on.
Thank you. You get me. I get you.
That's why we're friends.
Yes. And the more carbs you eat, the faster you'll have to buy new clothes. So let's dive into our first article. Thank you. I see that look on your face.
I'm just like not understanding, but going with it. I'm along for the ride.
If you have had a baby, you understand. I'm still working on getting back into my pre-pregnancy clothes. Like, I hate people that just get there without trying.
But it's why a capsule wardrobe could help, so that you don't have to buy as many clothes to keep up with your carb intake.
I know. I'm about to give up and just like go out and buy new clothes. Like, I'm done with like body shame, guilt. So I'm excited for today's second article specifically. But the first one is from Courtney Carver, and we had her on the show a while ago. I should have looked up the name or the number, but we had her talking about minimalism, and this is her article on how to build a capsule wardrobe, because she actually created Project 333, and that is all about having 33 items and using only those for 3 months. And so to me, that's a little like more extreme than a capsule wardrobe, but still a cool challenge to try if you want to.
Yeah. I like, first of all, this specific article that we're talking about today and that we're sharing in our show notes goes through how to build a capsule wardrobe. Not necessarily what you're going to have in it, but the process of it. But I also like how she goes into some definitions and some reasons for doing this. And my own abbreviated version of a definition of a capsule wardrobe is just a small collection of useful clothing that you love. Like at its core, that's what it is. Certainly, there's all sorts of people who go into different numbers of how many clothing, what type of clothing, what exactly are the pieces and articles of clothing, whether you're doing seasonal or if it's just all year, this number of clothing needs to last you. Like there's all sorts of approaches. But at its core, we are talking about a small collection, useful, meaning like it's functional and hopefully there's some longevity to it, and you really like the clothing rather than having 25 different types of the same article of clothing. None of them really work for you. We're talking, we've pared it down. These are the clothes that work for us and that we love.
Yes. And I found the episode that Courtney was on. It's episode 59.
Perfect.
So, yes. Sorry. All right. So let's start with her top 3 reasons to build a capsule wardrobe.
Yes.
So the first one is to figure out what matters. I love all 3 of these reasons, especially number 2. So she says, if you're overwhelmed with stuff and busyness, you may have forgotten what really matters to you, how you like to spend your time and the dreams you had for your life. Living and dressing with less helps you reconnect and remember. Sometimes to figure out what matters, you have to get rid of everything that doesn't. So true. And we say the same thing with spending. So like when we do no spend challenges, sometimes you have to get rid of everything to remember or to realize what really matters, what you really value spending money on. It's the same with clothes.
Yeah, I think it clears the clutter, so to speak, like physically and metaphorically, to kind of gain a new perspective. Similar to what I think vacations can do for us. Sometimes we wonder, why are vacations so different from staycations or just when I have a weekend at home? And I think part of it is we remove ourselves from our typical environment and we can get a new perspective on things. And so this is that concept. Remove yourself from so much of your typical way of living and environment, and maybe even what you wear, to gain a new perspective. There's often realizations that can come along with that process. Second reason to build a capsule wardrobe is that it reduces decision fatigue. I'm sure that this is a concept that you've heard about before, but it's really this idea that if we eliminate the number of decisions that we make, we can think more clearly and we have capacity to make the bigger, more important decisions. That if we're not needing to choose every single morning between 50 different outfits, we will probably be able to better parent. We will be able to better work in our environment, at our careers, at our jobs. This isn't the only thing. We're not saying only if you clear out your clothing, but this kind of mentality where we kind of eliminate decisions that don't really matter to create space for the rest of things. And I think this is particularly a problem that we face in in the North as Americans or as people who are comparatively to the rest of the world wealthy, we have so much. We have so much excess. So, I mean, first of all, it's a privilege to even say, how are we going to pare down our wardrobes? Holy smokes, what a problem to have that we have so many clothing that we've got to figure out how to make our lives more simple. Mm-hmm. But I do think that we can reap a lot of benefits if we can simplify so much. It's part of why I love Aldi, and I it's overwhelming to me to go into regular grocery stores now to realize, oh my word, I don't need 25 different choices on peanut butter. It's like I realize that I've now been conditioned to have one or two options, and I like that, and it does create space and freedom. And it takes less time to shop at Aldi. Anyhow, we're not talking about groceries, we're talking about clothing, but similar concept that if I've got less clothes in my closet, I have less decisions to make on it. Life is simpler and I'm freed up for other things.
Yeah, definitely. And that kind of like bleeds over into the next one is that it creates more space and time for what you love. So fewer decisions you have to make, more time you have for everything else. And when you figure out what matters, that's what you can fill that time with.
Less frustration, less time of being frustrated. I've got nothing to wear. Everything's in the laundry, or you got to dig through stuff. Holy smokes.
Yes. Yeah. So I found that the article, once we get into the, the step-by-step, it felt to me a lot like meal planning.
So, everything goes back to food. Like we can't do a capsule wardrobe episode without food.
I'm hungry right now, so that's maybe why. But so the first one on her list on step-by-step how to build a capsule wardrobe is to first see. So to take out all of your clothes, your accessories, your jewelry, your shoes, put it all on the bed, get it all in your eyesight so that you can easily see and sort.
I can't stress this one enough. And I will say I've tried both methods. I've tried the get it all out, let me see everything. And I've tried the method of just like one drawer at a time. But I feel like when it comes to clothing, you have got to see it all at once because you forget what you have, and you could be keeping things around that you don't actually need, because when you're able to see it all at once, you can see, oh, this is actually how many tank tops I have, or how many long sleeve shirts or sweaters or scarves or you name it. So yes, you do have to carve out a good amount of time, particularly depending on how much you have. It might not all fit on your bed, let's be honest. You might need to haul all this to your living room or like the largest room of your house. But make sure you can see it all. I can't encourage that enough.
Yeah, I love the last line. It might make you laugh or cry, but either way, you'll never want to do this again.
Yeah, so it'll keep you on that trajectory. I'll tell you, man, yes, I got to a bad point where things were just shoved, and it was overwhelming to see how much I had. And yeah, not doing that again.
Yep.
Okay, so now that it's all laid out and you've got it sprawled everywhere and you feel incredibly overwhelmed, you got to get to work. And number 2 is sort. So you're going to want to move the clothes to different piles. And these are the 4 different piles that you want to make. Love. That one's easy. Like, I love it. I love it. It fits me well. I wear it often. My goodness, like, don't have me depart from like my second born. 2, second pile is maybe. Like, I think I want to keep this. I don't quite know why. I'm not quite ready to make a full decision on this. So like possibly I'll come back to it. 3rd pile is donate. This just doesn't fit my body or my life. I never wear it. I haven't worn it in a year. We're going to donate this. And lastly is trash. I will say repurpose if possible. I hate seeing clothing go to the dump. But I mean, if we're talking like undies that should have never been in your closet for 5 years. Yeah. But if it's possible to make it into rags, or if it can go to a friend or something like that. But yeah, that could be another pile. But mostly we're talking love it, maybe, donate, and keep going until you have gone through your entire pile. Yeah, she says, roll around on your bed, get your feet up in the air, scream, drink water, eat snacks, but don't stop. Like, this is why you've got to carve out the time, because otherwise then you're just going to be stuck with a trash pile that just keeps getting moved around, and then you sleep there, and then it never ends, and then you get tired of it, and then you just shove it back all in your closet again. So no, that's not happening this time. We're doing it all at once.
You can see we're like speaking from like things that have actually happened in our lives.
This is like how I talk to myself when I'm doing this. And then you need to get the items that you're planning on getting rid of, on donating, out of your house, like immediately.
Yes.
That day, if possible, even if that means it's moving to the garage or it's moving into your car. But we want to avoid the time when you get so tired of seeing the piles that you just throw it back into your closet. Don't waste all the hard work that you've done.
Yeah, I always put it straight into my car. Like, I don't even let it sit in my house. So that way it's there, and I can just, when I'm by a thrift store, I just drop it off. It's already there.
But once you've done your initial sweep, go back through again. So now look at what is in my love pile, what's in my maybe pile, and see, okay, are these items that I do still want to keep, or is it still so much that I should go back through my maybe pile, compare it to what I have in my love pile? Do I have similar items already that what was in my maybe I now can toss? Because now you've even got fresh eyes on things. You're probably so frustrated that you can run off of that motivation to be like, you know what, we're tossing stuff. I'm not doing this anymore. Get rid of the weight.
Or maybe you want to sleep in your bed, and then the next morning take a re-look at your love and maybe.
Worst case scenario, you can put your maybe, not even worst case, this is a great step that you can do. You can put your maybe pile into plastic bins and put that into your garage or your attic or under your bed and sit on it for a little bit. But definitely don't keep your donate and trash piles. Those have got to get out of the house. Otherwise, you'll change your mind.
Exactly. And then the next step is choose. So she's specifically talking about choosing 33 items by category. So, and this is across, this isn't in each category. This is just across all the categories. And most people say 30 to 40 items is a capsule wardrobe. That's not hard and fast. You choose. There's no number. The number is not important. The important thing is that you are being intentional with your choices. So she has a list of different things, and we'll go into that in the next one. But like, you have to choose like jeans, dresses, skirts. Like, make sure you have a variety of things you wear. Like, she also has like button-down shirts and blazers. I don't own a blazer. I'm not going to get a blazer. I don't wear blazers. I work at home. I'm wearing my pajama shorts right now. So, I mean, that's it. What are on people's list is not going to be the same for everyone. So be intentional. If you live in a climate that is very radical in seasons, then
what a kind, strengths-based way of describing that.
Then thank you. I mean, then you'll have to go with separate capsules. So you'll need a winter capsule and a summer capsule, and et cetera. But for me, we have 2 seasons. We have hot and not hot. And so I have
hot and hotter.
Yeah, hot and hotter. So I have I used to have 2 like wardrobes, but then I did the KonMari cleaning, and now I just have 1. I don't even have separates. But that's kind of getting a little out of control. So I'm going to have to like redo. But so it's based on your lifestyle and where you live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's a good point. You do have to edit. It's not like, oh, I've arrived. Sometimes clothing gets worn out or it doesn't fit anymore, or we change careers, or we're doing something different with our lives, or COVID hits and suddenly it's sweatpants and we don't need blazers anymore. So yes, it can shift throughout life. But the goal of this is, for us at least, is to approach this category of our lives in a frugal way. You can do a capsule wardrobe and spend a ton of money. So it's not as if this is always going to be the most frugal way of doing something. You know, some people will do capsule wardrobe and every single season change out what their capsule is. And they buy the most expensive pants and the most expensive coats and all this stuff. So there's all different types of approaches. The way that I do it, and I think we are suggesting for our frugal friends, is that this can be a way towards frugality, and that we can use what's in our closets already to keep us from spending more and more every time we go to the store, but to say, you know what, how do we aim at contentment with what's in our closet, but also make sure that what's in our closet we like and we wear and it suits our purposes so that we can be content with what we have.
Exactly.
And I think you're describing some barriers too. And I think that's worth talking about. What would keep people from doing this? And I think one of them, first of all, it's the seasonal thing that you've already mentioned. And so there you go. If you live in a place that has, how did you describe it? Drastic changes in climate.
I don't even, extremes.
Yeah. Yes. Have different capsule wardrobes. You don't have to do it the same as someone living in San Diego who is always in 70-degree weather. It looks different for you. Also, there's this question of, oh my word, you're going to take it all away from me. All of my clothes, I've got to give it all up. No. We're saying, let's get rid of the things that we don't like anyways, that cause clutter, that we don't wear, doesn't suit our purposes, so that we can see what we actually wear, so that we can reduce decision fatigue, and so that we have space for more in our lives. It doesn't have to be 33 items. It can be if you like that challenge, but paring down to the essentials. And no, you don't have to give it up. Again, like I said, if you've got your maybe pile and you're uncertain, what if I do end up wanting to wear this? Put it in a bin, put it away, but get it out of sight and start to feel what it's like to live with less.
Yeah. And even if you have a capsule wardrobe, that doesn't mean that you are not allowed to go shopping.
Yeah.
You can still, if that's something that there's something you need, or if you just want to go shopping, if that is something you enjoy and you've put it in your budget, you don't have to stop just because you have a capsule wardrobe.
Yeah.
You can add things to it and then redo it every season or year.
Yeah, you can add things or even and take things away. A rule that I made for myself once I felt like I got to a point where, all right, my closet is at its max and where I want it to be, so I can still see everything all at once, and I don't have to have really strong muscles to dig through my closet and get dressed in the morning. Although I do want strong muscles, but not for that reason. I made a rule for myself that if I bring something else in, I've got to get rid of something. So if I do want to go to the thrift store and get crazy good deals, because that just revives me for whatever reason, then when I bring home a shirt, I've got to get rid of a shirt. If I bring home a pair of pants, I've got to get rid of a pair of pants. And so it's made me more intentional with my purchases and made me question, do I really need this? Is this better than what I already have? Will this last me longer than what I already have? Is this an upgrade from that other shirt that I typically wear? Those kinds of things. And yeah, it has created just greater intentionality with my spending.
Good word.
AI might be the most important new computer technology ever. It's storming every industry, and literally billions of dollars are being invested. So buckle up. The problem is that AI needs a lot of speed and processing power. So how do you compete without costs spiraling out of control? It's time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. OCI is a single platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs. OCI has 4 to 8 times the bandwidth of other clouds, offers one consistent price instead of variable regional pricing. And of course, nobody does data better than Oracle. So now you can train your AI models at twice the speed and less than half the cost of other clouds. If you want to do more and spend less, like Uber, 8x8, and Databricks Mosaic, take a free test drive of OCI at oracle.com/strategic. That's oracle.com/strategic. oracle.com/strategic.
We know New Year's resolutions often don't stick. In fact, on average, they last around 30 days. So if saving money is on your 2024 resolution list, here's a foolproof way to stick to yours.
Switch your phone provider to Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for $15 a month.
For those of you paying close to $40 a month for just one phone line, this means a savings of $300 over the course of the year. We especially like Mint because all plans come with unlimited talk and text and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/frugal. That's mintmobile.com/frugal. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/frugal. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
And so I think that can lead us to our next article, which is 10 capsule wardrobe essentials. So like, what should you have? And I have seen a lot of lists and a lot of people have a lot of different opinions. And I think it's like the people that write these are more like fashion-y. So they have maybe they wear more types of clothing than I would. So
Yes.
These 10 actually are an expansion of what
you have.
my wardrobe includes. Yeah, I think Courtney had 13 and this one has 10 and it's still an expansion.
But we'll go through it. And like Jen said, though, this does not have to be exactly what your closet looks like. There is freedom in all of this. But to give a guideline or a template for what the experts of capsule wardrobes typically say, here it is.
Yes. And this one's from The Blissful Mind. And so the first one, I will say first, this is my color palette. If you go to this website and see the examples, it's literally all black and then some white and gray and then one denim shirt. But it's all black.
I like as well, but I will say I think that that's a barrier for people also, is that they think like, okay, capsule wardrobe, so it all has to match. Therefore, I'm going to look like I'm in mourning all of the time. And that's not true either. And definitely search the internet for your more funky, fun. You can choose your color palette. I will say it is easier if you're really paring down to choose a color palette where most things match with most things, but it does not have to be gray, black, and white unless you love that. Unless you love that.
Everyone's like, you have to have a little black dress. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. Maybe your little black dress is blue or red.
Yeah.
Your
or all
dress,
of the colors.
Yeah. Your dress can be whatever color you want it to be. It doesn't even have to be little. Be whatever you want.
It doesn't have to be little. A big old colorful dress. All right.
Yes.
So first on this list is tank tops. So, I mean, like, yes, because you can wear it under shirts, undershirts.
Tank tops are my shirts right now.
Yeah, just tank tops.
It's 100 degrees outside.
Right. And tank tops, especially if they are simple, can go with a lot of different things. I wear them a lot with shorts as well as dresses, as well as to work out in. So you just can go from morning to noon to night in a tank top.
Yes. And you want to have a variety of colors, including black, white, and gray.
Or peach, teal, and brown.
I know. Right now, so if you're on the YouTube video, you will see that Jill is wearing pink and flowers, and she's got hoop earrings in, and I'm wearing just like a gray t-shirt.
You've got a cute little bandana in your head.
I do. Well, because my hair is still post-birth regrowing. It's still a problem. All right, next is a short sleeve tee. So you'll want to have, you can have all or one, depending on your preference, but V-neck, scoop neck, and crew neck. Again, you want to have a variety of colors, black, white, and gray.
Yes. Or yellow, chartreuse. No, that's the same thing. What else do I want to say? Orange.
Chartreuse is a little green.
And green. Yeah.
Yeah. But those are, yeah. I mean, I'm literally wearing a gray scoop neck right now, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. What am I wearing? Crew neck?
Yeah. I think you're wearing crew. Yeah. It's a blouse.
It is a blouse, and it's an embroidered blouse. And I love it, and it works for me. And I wear it with a lot of different things. But yes, I do especially like t-shirts, especially your plain tees, because they can go from very casual to a bit more professional, depending on what you pair it with. If you do pair it with a nice cardigan or a blazer or some dress pants versus putting it with your yoga pants or your shorts. So I think that particularly some good tees are good. Now, this is another thing. This does not give us license or permission to go and buy all of these things because we think we need them because a cute blog made them look cool. You don't need all three of the different types of necks. You don't need all the different colors that they say that you need. Just look for what you already have. And pare it down to your favorites. And maybe you would get to the end and say, you know what, I am missing kind of an essential tee or an essential cardigan. Fine. And maybe that replaces like three other things that hardly work.
Yeah. But so I will say, so the next two on the list are long sleeve tees and blouses. And so I don't own those. I don't really have any reason to wear a blouse. I don't do business meetings. The business meetings I do are with other people in their pajama shorts. And then long sleeve tees, it just doesn't really get that cold here. And so I do own more tank tops and more t-shirts because I don't own these other things. Yeah. So that's another reason to just do you.
Whereas I have a good amount of my wardrobe is what I can wear professionally when I am with clients or doing training. So that's a good portion of my, it's why, Jen, you see me wearing this shirt that looks like, oh my word, you're so dressed up. It's so funny because I will get together with people in the evenings and we're like, you always look so put together. And it's really not that I'm trying. It's just that this is my wardrobe. I have 4 shirts. I've got 3 pants. I've got a couple of skirts and a couple of dresses. And that it's comfy for me. I have found things that are comfortable to me that I really like, but I can wear it both professionally. That just takes me into the evening as well. So it's because I have a capsule wardrobe that I now look put together. And honestly, I don't mind that. Now I'm like, great, I can just be all day in something that I really like. And it looks like people think that I try, which is nice.
Yes.
I am known for trying. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's breeze through the rest of this list.
You've got sweaters, of course, that depends on climate, but having a few typical sweaters that work for you. They say black dress, again, like Jen said, doesn't have to be a black dress. Certainly they can be paired with a lot of different things. You're not in a box with the type of shoes that you need to have and purses and accessories, but a dress. Find a dress or two that you really like and works.
Yeah, versatile dress. Then we've got cardigan. That's something that I do have a few of because that's, our winters are kind of cardigan winters. But blazers, the next one, don't have them. Don't have any blazers. I actually do have one because I got it from my friend. I will say that, but it's a sweater material. So It's just like a fancy sweater. So maybe you're getting some things that are versatile in that way, like a blazer that's kind of like a sweater.
And the final two are jeans or ankle pants, your typical kind of lounge around, but also be able to go out on the weekend. And then they say black skirt. Again, I will argue skirt of some sort. If you want, if that's your style. If not, then add in a few more pants or jeans. Done.
Yeah.
That's your list
of
10.
It. There is your 10. But for me, it's still 6.
Yeah. T-shirt, pants. Yeah, they didn't mention shorts, the different type, they didn't mention your loungewear either. So I do think sometimes when people talk about how many things are in their capsule, they're not including loungewear, pajamas, work, grunge clothes, actual kind of manual labor clothes. So again, you got to make it work for you.
Which is also sometimes what I'm wearing throughout the day. So, but what's not grungy?
Ooh, and I can always make work for me.
Yes.
The Bill of the Week.
That's right. It's time for the best minute of your entire week. Maybe a baby was born and his name is William. Maybe you paid off your mortgage. Maybe your car died and you're happy to not have to pay that bill anymore. Duck bills, Buffalo Bills, Bill Clinton. This is the Bill of the Week.
Hi, Jen and Jill. This is Chanelle from Victoria, Texas, and I was just calling to let you know about my Bill of the Week. Your podcast, first off, has really changed my husband and I's marriage, where we're becoming more frugal together, and it's been great. In January, we got rid of all of our subscriptions and really haven't noticed a difference except the fact that we're saving almost $200 a month. So that's really great. I also had the courage from one of your episodes to try to negotiate my rent rate, and I was able to lower it an extra $70, which will be saving us over $800 over the course of this next year. So I hate paying my rent every month, but at least this is the lowest it's ever been. And it all started because of you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing, and stay safe. Bye.
Oh my gosh,
Chanelle. Thanks so much for calling in, and congratulations. Things that we just think aren't even possible in slashing our budgets. You negotiated your rent lower. That is so amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And people say that can't be done. So I hope that people listening will be encouraged by this, because yes, it is difficult, but we're hearing it $800 over the next year. What can you do with $800 that you would have just been giving to your landlord?
Yeah. Yes, not to mention all the other money that you've saved from cutting subscriptions. You've already saved $200 a month, but you're just finding money. Well done.
It's so wonderful.
Chanelle.
Hi, I'm Martine Hackett, and I'm hosting the second season of Untold Stories, Life with a Severe Autoimmune Condition, a production from Ruby Studio in partnership with Argenix, sharing real stories of MG, CIDP, and other autoimmune conditions. We hope to share inspiration and educate the larger community about these severe and often overlooked conditions.
I can't fix this, I can't cure this. And, I'll take my treatment day by day, but I want to try to be engaged, be involved, or be as helpful as I feel I can with the limitations I have of working full time to children. So I participate in market research to provide information to hopefully benefit others, because it's a small margin of people that have the myasthenia, but then to get pregnant, it's an even more narrow margin. And you can't ever have too much information as an epidemiologist.
Yeah, exactly right. Listen to Untold Stories, Life with a Severe Autoimmune Condition on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Shopping for humans is hard. Shopping for your dog is easy, thanks to Bark. Every month, we deliver toys and treats just for your dog. They deserve to be spoiled anyway. At Bark, we send your dog a whole new collection of toys and treats made just for them every single month. Whether it's our fun plush toys from BarkBox or our ultra tough toys from Super Chewer. We give your dog exactly what they want. For a limited time, we'll double your first box for free. To get your free upgrade, go to barkbox.com/iHeart.
Now it's time for the next most exciting, the lightning round.
So Jill and I are going to go round robin, and we're going to talk about what you always wear and what you never wear, but people say that you should.
Yes. What do you got?
I think I've been really vocal about it so far.
I guess we could probably guess what Jen always wears.
So Jill, why don't you start out then,
Okay,
Jill?
so things that people say you should have in a capsule wardrobe and that I agree with or that I do always wear, like cardigans and scarves are pretty standard for me, and it really doesn't matter the season. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. There you go. That's you're just going to get singing somehow every episode.
That is all that we're allowed to sing of that song.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to sound too much like the original. So, and I have my winter scarves and my summer scarves. I've got my more sheer. I just like them. I feel like it dresses up my outfits. Also, I travel a ton, and I find that scarves are really helpful in case the plane is cold. I mean, granted, 2020, my travel has gone down the tubes, so maybe I could get rid of my scarves. Nah. But they help as like maybe a blanket, or you can wrap it around you as a shawl. I just feel like they're so versatile, and I love them. And cardigans, holy smokes, where would I be without you? I feel like I'm giving a speech at like the Tonys. I don't even know what the Tonys are, but
to my clothes.
To cardigans and scarves. I don't know what I would be or who I would look like without you. Doesn't matter the season. You're always there for me.
Yes. So would you say that scarves might be your signature accessory? Like, what would you say is your signature?
Signature. I don't think I'm to that level of fashion to say that I've got a signature.
No, but like it's just something that you're always like wearing. Like it's your go-to.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Maybe that most people don't wear all of the time. I'm not wearing a scarf right now, but yeah, it's a staple for me, and maybe something that it doesn't set me apart. People wear scarves. I like hats too. I don't have a ton of them, but I wear scarves more. Sure, Jen. For the sake of this conversation, yes, and.
Okay, I would say my signature accessory would be pearl earrings. They are really my go-to. I don't wear a lot of jewelry besides my wedding rings and my pearl earrings. That's kind of my go-to, my safe space, because they go with everything.
They look great on you.
Thank you. And I would love to wear I used to wear a lot of hoops. I used to be much more adventurous with my fashion.
And then you had a baby.
Now I don't go out much. So that I think would be my signature. And also athletic wear. That is because I work out 3 to 4 days a week. And so I just figure I'll just wear what I'm going to work out in during the day too, because nobody sees me.
So that's the difference though between you and I feel like most of the rest of people. That like people are just wearing athletic wear as if they're about to work out, and it doesn't actually happen. It's different if yes, I am going to the gym and I'm wearing athletic wear versus this is just I'm not like you're probably not going to find me working out, but this is what I wear.
I thought you meant like other people don't stay in their house all day like me. What's the difference between you and other people? Like other people go outside.
No.
Okay,
I was giving you a compliment about you working out, but yes.
Thank you.
So something that I feel is always on these lists of capsule wardrobes that just confuse me. I mean, it's not that I don't wear these things, but I also don't feel like they should count in the overall number of items that you have. And first of all, jewelry. Now, I don't wear a ton of jewelry, and I have crossed over to saying I pretty much want my jewelry to be real because I do want to pare down. I don't want to have a ton of costume jewelry. So I am beginning to make the crossover into everything that I wear being real jewelry, real gold, real gems, real silver, so that it can last and it doesn't like give me infections, because been there, done that. And I'm not 17 anymore. And so I do typically, like, I want to wear my necklace in the pool, in the shower, wherever. And so, yes. However, I don't count that. Like, if it's just constantly on my body, I'm not counting jewelry. And also sunglasses, what? They're just essential. Sunglasses are not a part of your capsule wardrobe. Like, you need to have sunglasses.
Your eyes need them.
Your eyes. That's not a capsule thing, in my opinion.
Yeah. I also agree with the jewelry thing. And then also heels are not in my capsule wardrobe. Because I have some heels that I got from a friend, and actually I will have to wear them in her wedding. But other than that, like skinny heels, like real heels, why?
Because they make you look good. I don't know. People think that they make their legs look good, and then it makes you taller. But you don't need that.
I don't need to be taller. So that's probably just a thing from my height. Like, I've always been taller, so I've never worn heels. So that is a thing. I did go through a short phase where I bought some like wedges because I was like single and bitter, and I was like, psh, I'm going to be taller than everyone.
I'm going to tower above them and be better.
That was an unhealthy period in my life.
Wow.
But I got out of it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
That's all. That's all we have to say about that. So thanks so much for listening. And we want to thank you for your kind reviews also, like this one on Apple Podcasts. And it's from Boo Jr. 85. And they say, finally, a friend's hang with benefits. You know, I like that. Hang out with your relatable friends that weave in real life experiences and tell it like it is. I always leave the podcast motivated and more grounded about what to do financially, but without being overwhelmed that I'm not doing enough. Great witty banter, positive self-talk, and inspiring, a must listen to. Great way to spend a car ride, listen to while making dinner for the millionth time, or just for fun. Literally, this is it. This is what we're here for.
Yes. Oh,
and this lets us know we're doing it.
I feel you, Boo Jr. 85 on the making dinner for the millionth time.
Yes,
it just doesn't stop. Well, we also want to thank our friends who are sharing these episodes on social media. And when you share the latest episode, and you tag us on Facebook or Instagram, we're going to add you to our monthly drawing. So for every 5 tags and reviews we get each month, we give away one $10 Amazon gift card. Who couldn't use that?
Yes. And this is especially important now because now the money we get from that mid-episode sponsor is directly related to how many people listen to that particular episode. So we would love for you to share these episodes on social.
Yes.
And we get more money. That's how
and
that
then we're
helps.
just going to keep coming at you.
Yeah.
The more money
and we are
get.
We're rewarding everyone who reviews and shares by giving away $10 Amazon gift cards for every 5 tags and shares. So keep leaving us those reviews on iTunes or Stitcher, sending the screenshot to frugalfriendspodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to tag us on social.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Frugal Friends is produced, edited, and mixed by Eric Sirianni.
What do you think your wardrobe is missing? Is there anything that you feel like, oh, I don't have this thing and I should probably get it?
Yeah. Well, it comes down to like I have it, but I don't fit into it right now, which is such a crappy feeling. So, but like definitely some good jean shorts. So I got some comfy shorts, which are great, and I wear them. That's all I wear now. Like you cannot wear jeans in the summer here. So that's where I'm at. But the pair of denim shorts I have is kind of crappy. So, and I have a good pair of denim shorts that I love. They're just too tight right now. So that's it. So like even if you work out 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes when you're eating like endless garlic knots, it's still hard to fit into your clothes.
I love garlic knots.
I know. It's like I have this weird, so off topic, but like I have this weird, I want to take advantage of working out and like be able to lose weight, but then I also want to eat garlic knots.
And it feels like you earn it.
Like, what do you do?
When you work out, it feels like, oh, I put in all this work. So
yeah, but then I just stay the same weight every time.
I think you've got to do it for like go hard for a while, get to what you want to do, and then you can maintain it. At least that's my thought with it. Like once you get to that point, then you can work out to be able to like have a few treats here and there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I figured I lived this way with spending for, so long. I should be able to go a few months
without garlic knots.
Without garlic knots.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I can't remember the last time I had a garlic knot, but they just are so good.
When I order garlic knots, I ask for extra garlic and oil.
Ooh.
That's my signature. You want to talk about my signature? That's it. Extra garlic and oil.
Extra garlic and oil. Yeah, because I haven't seen you wear a lot of scarves, but I have seen you with a lot of garlic and oil.
Yes. My signature is not about clothing. It is all about food. Oh, man, I hate thinking about it and planning for it and doing it, but boy, do I like to eat.
Yes. Did you want to share what is missing, or should we end it there?
I don't have to. We can end it there.
Okay. The end. Cut.
With the best all-inclusive vacation deals to Mexico and the Caribbean, booking your getaway with Cheap Caribbean Vacations means you have more freedom to do your deal. Whether you want to enjoy snorkeling, endless margaritas, and more, or simply soak up the sun and sand in a tropical paradise, Cheap Caribbean Vacations has your deal for that. Plan and book the exact getaway you want at exactly the right price for you by using our exclusive Budget Beach Finder, or find a featured all-inclusive package to Paradisus by Malia Hotels, and do your deal at cheapcaribbean.com.
Road trip reporter Eric Wright here, riding along with the Diaz family in their new Toyota Grand Highlander. So big they barely know I'm here. Back in the roomy third row, the twins battle over a tablet. In front, Mom's trying to play referee. Dad's letting in some air through the available panoramic moonroof. And next to me, in the captain's chair, Grandma Mayfield saves the day with butterscotch candies. Classic.
Life's grander in the first ever Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.